Welcome back again. Let's look at the basic shapes in Adobe Illustrator. Let's start with the square shape and the rectangle shape. So if you go to this particular tool here, you will find several tools that are available on Adobe Illustrator. First of all is the rectangle tool. Now this rectangle tool can draw both square and rectangular shape. Once you click and drag, it makes rectangular shape automatically, but if you want to make a square shape, you will have to hold your shift key. If you hold your shift key, it makes a square shape. You could see that. Now holding just the shift key alone makes this particular first position or first point a point of reference. You can see that happening here. But if you want to make the center point the point of reference, you have to hold the shift alt. Holding the shift alt, you can see that the center is now the point of reference. So you can see that. So if I hold my shift key, this point, any point that I start from, becomes the point of reference. If I hold my shift alt, you can see the way the cursor is looking right now is changed. If I click and drag, the center becomes center of reference. Now the next thing I want to point your attention to is the rounded rectangle shape. Now the rounded rectangle shape is used to create a rounded edge rectangle or square shape. Once I click and drag, you will see automatically it makes this shape. If I hold my shift alt to make a square shape, it also happens. But that doesn't mean that this particular sharp edged rectangle cannot be converted to this. Of course, if you remember your direct selection tool, once you click on the object, you could actually convert any point to become rounded. So I can actually remember what I taught you previously on direct selection tool. Once you click on an edge, you can make an adjustment on that particular edge. So that you can also do here. You can even click on two edges, holding your shift key, highlight two edges and then round them off. So these are some possibilities that you can also do here in Adobe Illustrator. So there are many ways to do the same thing. So you can either create your rectangle using the normal rectangle tool or even the rounded rectangle tool. Of course, this you can still convert it to become sharp edge. Once you click on the objects, just select any of the contours, click and drag, and it becomes a sharp edge rectangle. Now the next shape we are going to discuss is the ellipse tool. Once you right click on this, you're going to find the ellipse tool here. Now this ellipse is used to create two things. You can use it to create circles, you can use it to create ellipse. Circle is a shape that has one radius, while an ellipse has two radius, the major and the minor one. If you have a mathematics background, you will understand what I mean. Just like the way you land from the square, once you hold your shift key, you can make a perfect circle. To say that, having the first location, the first arc place, you pick your first point becoming the center of reference or the place of reference. But if you want to make the center point become the place of reference, you just hold your shift alt and you can see the center becomes the point of reference. Now if you want to make an ellipse shape, of course you could actually click and drag without holding any shift or alt key. Once you do that, you just make a normal ellipse shape. See that? Of course, if you want to make like diagonal ellipse like this, you just have to bring your cursor close to any of the edges. Holding your shift key, you turn, you can see that 45 degrees, 45 degrees, 45 degrees, and then to 0. So those are the things that you can do here. Of course, if you know the size of the circle you want to draw or the ellipse you want to draw, you can click on the shape. Once you click anywhere, you could set the width and the height of the shape. If I change any here, let's say I make this 30, the width maybe to 50, change here to 50 as well, it's going to form a normal circle for me. See that? If I want to make an ellipse shape, of course, like I told you, it has two radius, so I can make here 50 and then make here 100. So that's going to form an ellipse shape. So that's it. Of course, here you can still bring your cursor around any edge and then you can rotate the object. See that? Around any edge, you can rotate the object 45 degrees holding my shift key. That's how I'm able to rotate this on 45 degrees. You can also rotate on any angle you want by removing your hand from the alt key. Then you can rotate all through any angle of your choice. The next thing we are going to look at is the polygon tool. Let's look at the polygon tool. Now the polygon tool is found somewhere here. You can see that once you have it selected, the polygon tool could be used to draw any size of shape starting from 3 up until infinity, wherever you want to stop. So once I click on that, I can select the number of sides that I want. If I select 3, it's going to make a triangle shape. If I click again and select 4, it's going to make a square or rectangular shape. If I select 5, it's going to make pentagon. If I select 6, it's going to make 6-sided. If I select 8, it's going to make octagon. Of course, you could see this little diamond shape here. You could see it there, little diamond shape, having like plus or minus when you bring your cursor there. That means if I go up, it's going to reduce the number of sizes and form triangle. If I go down, it's going to increase the number of sides to higher sides polygon. So these are ways that you can form your polygon depending on the shape that you are drawing. The last one we are going to look at is the star shape. And once you right click again, you're going to see the star tool here. The same way you use a polygon, that's also the same way you use your star tool. Once you click anywhere, you can select the number of points your star should have. So say you want it to have like 4 sides. Once I click on that, it's going to have like 4 point stars. If I click again and select like 5, it's going to make 5-sided star. If I want to make like, let's say 100, of course I have that privilege, it's going to make the one that has 100 points. So you can see if you're somebody that is into comics, you could actually see that this shape looks like maybe a bust, a fire bust or something, or combo. Yeah, you can use your star shape to actually make those things happen. Of course, you can still rotate here. You can still rotate holding your shift key. If you want, you can even remove your hand from shift key and you can rotate to any point you want. So I believe these basics to be able to guide you on how to create whatever shape you want to create, or whatever shape of your choice.